Stay with it. Why do therapists ask clients to do that? There's an uncomfortable feeling. Why do we ask people to stay with the feeling? Hi, it's Sandra Mazili here from Inner Action Counselling. You're welcome to visit me at www.inneractioncounselling.co.uk. You may or may not have had therapy before. If you have, I think you'll know exactly what I mean. You're talking about something and sharing something painful, and painful feelings are coming up for you. And you might have an overwhelming wish to change the subject. Oh, look over there. And your therapist is like, yeah, no, stay with it, stay with this feeling. Why? Why do we do this? It's so counterintuitive, isn't it? Sometimes the horrible feelings need to be felt in order to be processed so we can move on from them. And facing stuff is never comfortable. If you're working with me, I would work for quite some time at least on stress tolerance and building up those stress tolerance skills and coping strategies. We would never go straight into, so what's your worst memory? I met a therapist who did exactly that with me like years ago. I kid you not. Needless to say, I never went back. All right, so we want to process stuff. On a seeming tangent, you may have come across the concept of the dark wood in various children's stories, the bear hunt and all those, where we have to go through it. We can't go over it or under it or around it. We have to go through the dark wood. So if you're having horrible feelings and feeling overwhelmed, you should never feel utterly overwhelmed and it be unbearable. Then we do take steps to reduce those feelings. But if it is quote unquote tolerable and just not very comfortable and you just want to go on to something else, we may well encourage you to stay with the feeling so that you notice what it really is. As well as the intensity of it, it will have a name. And I'm sure you've heard of name it to tame it. Sometimes the intensity can reduce just by noticing what it is and naming it. And sometimes we might need to talk about what it is and how it came about, what triggered it. It's hard to go into any depth of that kind of thing if we immediately go on to something else. So it might feel ick, but necessary. And whoever it is you're working with will have a sense of what you can and can't tolerate. We'll never push past that. I wouldn't anyway. So just a few ideas of why a therapist might ask you to stay with the feelings. Like and subscribe for more interesting content. Feel free to explore my other videos because I've got other videos about potentially irritating therapy techniques. Until next time, take care. Goodbye for now.